Good evening. Welcome to A Child's Point of View. First of all, I'd like to give all honor and glory to God, who is the head of my life. Tonight we have some awesome guests on the show. We have a special guest co-host tonight named Anaya. And Kiera, our regular guest, is not able to be with us because she couldn't get off of work. So she's going to take Kiera's place tonight. That's her sister, Kanaya. And then we have Jemiah and Anaya, and we have Kayla. So, and we have some awesome guests, and then we're going to go to each guest first after the ladies take over, and we're going to let them introduce themselves. Okay, ladies.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. And my name is Caitlin, and today, as Minister Guy said, Kanaya is going to be filling in for Kiara today. So take it away, ladies. Hi, my name is Anaya Springer. I am your co-host for today, and I'm glad to be on the show. Hi, my name is Jemiah Jackson. I'm glad to be on the show, and God put me here.
Hello, my name is Kanaya James, and I'm also a co-host.
Today, Kanaya is going to be opening in prayer. Can everybody bow your heads and close your eyes?
Heavenly Father, I thank you for all the kids that we have now. I hope that they have a great education. I hope that people will be able to come in and out safely. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. That was really good. Now, we're going to introduce our guests.
Okay. Okay, our first guest we're going to introduce is our principal from Bancroft School, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Well, first, how you doing? I'm Butch Ingram. I'm the principal at Bancroft Elementary School. I first want to say thank you to you wonderful young ladies for allowing me to be a guest on your show, and also to you, Minister Guy, for allowing me to be on the show. And that prayer was wonderful, so it's good to know, and it's good to see young people actually praying and believing, and I do appreciate that. As we stated before, my name is Butch Ingram. I'm the principal at Bancroft Elementary School. Been there about 6 years now, going on 7. I'm very excited about working with the youth. I've been around the Christina School District for about 15 years, so I've been there a while, and I love it. I really enjoy working with kids, and I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, could you introduce yourself in the pink?
In the pink, yes. My name is Wayna Dobson, and I am co-host Anaya's grandmother, which she calls me Mimi, and I'm so excited to be here, and I am here representing myself. I am a candidate for Wilmington City Council at large.
Thank you. In the black and white? Pastor Amos.
In the black and white, I'm Pastor Amos. I am the pastor of St. Paul on 31st and Market Street. I have been at St. Paul for 13 years. I was just reassigned there in May. Thank the Lord. And we are just trying to have an impact on the community and make a difference. And we've been really trying to support Sister Guy and her work with the children at the center.
Ms. Brittany, would you tell us what you do again?
Well, thank you so much for having me. My name is Brittany Horn. I'm a reporter with the News Journal in Wilmington, and I cover crime and breaking news, and have gotten to know Minister Guy through all the great work that she does in Wilmington, and actually got to write about the TV show a couple months ago, and just the hard work you're doing. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Help with your job, 'cause, you know. So I want to do the question, Miss Brittany. When you have to write stuff down, do you think it's sad what you have to write sometimes?
Yeah, my job unfortunately comes with having to cover some really tough stuff.
Do you get emotional?
I do. Part of journalists, I think, get a bad rap sometimes for kind of being hard and cynical and not always really feeling the things that they cover. And I think one of the best things we can do is really try and connect with people and talk. And that can be really hard sometimes, because writing about crime and death and hard things going on in the community can be difficult. But I think if we aren't willing to listen really well and try and connect with people, we're not doing a very good job.
So how long have you been a news writer?
I have been a journalist now for about 6 years.
Oh, that's a lot. Amy, Anaya, do you have any questions?
Not right now, but you can go on to Kayla.
Thank you. Pastor Amos, do you like being the pastor of St. Paul, and do you think that you're safe there with God, and do you think God helps you get up in the morning and like do your thing?
That's a big question. Yes, I'm very happy to be the pastor of St. Paul. It's funny that you asked that because when I first came to St. Paul, I looked at that big church and I said, there's no way that I could pastor. I came out of a country setting and went into an urban setting, and it was kind of like the country mouse coming to be meet the city mouse. And but since I've been there, I've grown to love the city of Wilmington. I've grown to love the people at St. Paul, and I really believe that myself, along with the congregation, have made a big difference in this city.
Miss Brittany, I have a question. Did you want to be a news reporter when you were like a tiny little one? Or did you want to do like ballet or cheerleading or a teacher or something?
Well, I was a cheerleader in high school, but I didn't want to be a professional cheerleader. I wanted to be a writer growing up. I loved being able to tell stories, and my grandfather actually was one of the best storytellers I'd ever met. And so for a long time, I thought I wanted to write books, but then I realized I like talking to people way too much, so I better stick to journalism because nothing else would pay me to go and talk to people every single day and learn something new.
So you're just like me, because I like talking a lot.
Yes, that's true.
So, the principal,
Yes.
when you walk in, do you see lots of manners like we were talking out with me and you?
Lots of manners. I will say that the four of you are probably the most mannerliest, if that is such a word. I don't know if that's a real word or not. That I have seen. We have some that do share the same amount of manners that you do, but not as much as you do. So I think that we could use some work in the school with students who have a little bit more manners. Yes.
Is there lots of violence inside your school? Lots of violence and fighting?
Oh, actually, no. We actually have a pretty calm school, believe it or not. We have a lot of fun. Kids are really excited to come to school. I mean, occasionally, people have some disagreements and they don't really know what they're supposed to do and how to handle it without using their hands. But for the most part, they actually handle it pretty well.
Why do you think your school is calm?
I think it's because of me.
So do you think if
Sorry.
you were just an old teacher, you would think that your school would be violent?
No, I think that we have a lot of people, a lot of teachers who really care about the students and care about how their overall outcome and their well-being. And I think that they put a lot of emphasis on making sure that they feel safe and secure. So just doing that and building those relationships allow them to want to come to school and feel safe.
Nice. Do you have like field day and smarter balance in your school? Because I do.
Yes, we do have Smarter Balance, which is the state test that everybody in the state of Delaware does have to take once a year. Students like yourself probably aren't as excited to take those state tests, but we do have that. I see your face, you're saying no, you're not. But it is something that the state does mandate that we do. And we do have a field day, and that's coming up on June the 10th of this year, so we do have a field day.
Are you going anywhere for the end of the year trip? Because I know I am going to Clementon Park, and my school has, for third grade, rented the whole park for Clementon Park. So are you doing anything?
Actually, yes, we are. Our fifth graders are going to Dorney Park on June 8th, which is June 9th, the Thursday before field day.
Oh, can I come? Me too.
You can, yes. We'll talk about this after the show.
All right. Anaya, do you have anything to say?
Yes. For
Sorry.
for the lovely young lady that does the reports at the News Journal on crime, Miss Brittany, as you all know, I have a question for you. So, when you write your reports about crime and violence outside, do you base them on the facts that when you walk outside you see all the crime and violence, or like when you look at news stories and stuff, do you base them on that?
So for me, part of what I have to do is go out and get as much information as I can. And so when going out and reporting on violence, part of that comes from going out and talking to people in the community and hearing what they saw firsthand or what they experienced. But a big part of what we report also comes from what police tell us. and what police have to say, and what they say is accurate and true as well. But as I tell people all the time, there are 1,000 sides to every story, and the more that people are willing to talk about the truth and share what they experience and what they see, I think the better the understanding we will have of all communities, not only in Wilmington, but in Delaware.
I have another question.
Sure.
When you write your reports on crime and violence, do you like doing that job because you want other people to have justice, or you well, how do I put it? You like writing a news story on like Latin crime and violence because it's the city of Delaware that you live in?
I think that we have to get to the truth, and so I believe that in writing these stories, that has to be the end goal. And so that means asking questions, and that means holding people accountable, and that means making sure that our communities are safe and good places to live in.
In the pink again. She has a question. Wayna Dobson? Miss Wayna Dobson?
Yes, ma'am.
She got a question.
Oh, okay.
Miss Wayne Dobson, what is it like doing your job?
Ask the question one more time.
I said, Miss Wayne Dobson, what is it like doing your job?
My job that I currently hold is for Newcastle County government, and I love my job. Every day we get to help constituents that's in Newcastle County. And I also host a television show. It's called Your County at Work. And I go out in the field and interview, not as well as the four you do. However, I go out in the field and I interview different departments so that the taxpayers will know where their monies are going to.
That's really interesting.
Do you have any more jobs,
Do I-
Miss Wayne Dobson?
Do I have any other jobs? I also host the Congo Hour every Sunday at 8 p.m. right here at Lapa. Every third Sunday, there's a show called The Pew, which is similar to The View, but it has a Christian twist to it. I'm a co-host there. And I know.
So you must be so are you used to this, or is it weird because that you usually up here and people are usually down there?
That's an excellent question. It is a little bit different, yeah, because normally I'm the one that's asking the questions. Gee, y'all got me like floored. I love
Do
it.
you like tell Miss Brittany like some news too, like since you work?
Give her some news.
Yeah, like about the violence or crimes or something.
Well, I'm
You
sure.
guys work together?
No, we don't work together. However, I'm sure Miss Brittany knows that there is unfortunately, a lot of crime and violence that's going on. Miss Brittany may see more of young people dealing with violence more so than adults now, which is very unfortunate. But no, I don't deal with the violence part at my job.
Oh, okay. So
Wait.
So the pastor, I forgot
Pastor
his name.
Amos.
Okay, Pastor Amos. What is your role in your job?
What is
Why did you become a pastor?
Oh, that's a great question. I became a pastor because I believe that God called me to this work, and I love helping people. And you asked me, what do I do at my job? I do a lot. Many people think that I only preach on Sunday morning, but my job is much bigger than just preaching on Sunday morning.
Do you take your job really serious, or do you take your job serious?
Very, very serious.
Have you been with people that went to jail?
Yes, I have. I deal with people that are in jail. They write me letters to get guidance, and they ask me for spiritual guidance. And when they get out of jail, I try to help them to assimilate into society.
What is your experience since the people that you have worked with that went into jail and came out?
What is my experience? It's not as much as I would like to do more work with people that are coming out of jail to help them to find jobs.
You got a question?
Yes, I had a question. I was trying to ask, like, when you do your
Job.
yeah, I was trying to say it, but job, doesn't there feels like times where you just want to give up on that because you feel like that doesn't make you feel good enough?
Well,
have
that's
a
a great
question after
question.
her.
Sometimes my job is very big and we don't always see the results that we would like to see. We try to change people's lives. As pastors, we try to change people's lives, and sometimes we want to make the decisions for them, but all we can do is give them tools to make decisions and pray that they will make the best decisions for their lives.
Have you ever visited jail for like the people that are in jail or live in jail? Do you like talk to them and read them the Bible and tell them that what they did is not right and they need to try more harder not to do it at all, and like help them and like give them like one of those mini Bibles or something for them to read, and just remember God is always with you even though if you sin or not, and like even if you do something bad, He'll still love you, forgive you, and always be in your head and will be in your heart forever.
I've only been to the prison one time, and I have claustrophobia. So when the door shut behind me, I wanted to get out.
Yes.
But
like that.
we have a prison ministry at the church, and they go into the prisons and they minister to them. They do Bible studies and they give them those little New Testament Bibles, and they help them and they share the love of Jesus and let them know that God still loves them even though they made bad choices, because all of us make bad choices sometimes, don't we?
Trust me, I know it's hard when the door closed because at the first day of school.
She said the first day of school.
Okay, have you like visited? Oh, I forgot the question.
Okay.
Anaya?
Oh no.
How about our guests ask the children some questions?
Yeah. Everybody asks us good questions. It'll be doing
Can I
good.
start?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Why didn't you like the door closing at school?
For me,
Yes.
it was a new school and like, yeah, it was a new school and I wasn't like used to like a whole bunch of kids because at my school it was just like a very little group. I know that
just
feeling.
can't do being spaces with too many people.
I definitely
feel like
understand.
I know my school is big, but it was new.
My school's super big, so sometimes I know where my classroom is, but sometimes when I need to get to other teachers' classrooms. But anyway, so would you guys like would one time work together, like news reports and stuff, and put it like all to a big giant creation and maybe like work something out?
Y'all can all answer? yes,
No, yes.
I would definitely love to work with Brittany, and actually she can help me with a story that I want to get out in reference to me deciding to run for city council at large. So I'm going to network with Brittany to find out what I need to do.
Do you think that? Go ahead.
Miss Brittany, the times when you do the job, aren't there times when like you hear the stories about children being killed over child abuse and times when kids get murdered? Aren't there times where you feel like you want to stop this from happening?
Yeah, one of the hardest parts of this job, I think, sometimes is walking away and knowing that sometimes in my role I can only do so much. And I think that's when we turn to organizations like Minister Guy has and organizations in the community, and you really want to see them be successful and succeed, because there's no reason kids your age and just slightly older are dying in Wilmington and around the world. There's
Have you
absolutely
got
no
to
reason.
talk to
Amos, do you
people?
think-
Have you ever got to talk to people that had murdered? And if you have, why do you think, did you ask them why do they kill and do all the bad stuff?
I have an acquaintance, and he murdered someone, and he's been in jail for quite some time, and now he's asking the governor to give him a pardon. So that means like he wants to get out of jail. And the ironic thing about it is that the family of the person that he murdered has written petitions for him to also get out of jail. So when you talk about God, they have forgiven this young man for the crime that he did against their family. And that takes a strong family
that
to do
God
that.
is
Something
think
like
that,
you never
you
want to
can
let
go
go,
to
like, yeah.
because
he could perform
and
miracles.
like read Bible, like Bible study, or give them Bible study every couple of weeks, and then like Miss Brittany, you can like tell everybody and all report about that what Pastor Amos did and came to the middle school like one day.
Well, unfortunately, we can't go to the schools and hold Bible study, but what we can do is partner up with schools and support them in their programs and do mentoring programs, which is something that we're trying to do at St. Paul. We've been talking about adopting a few schools and going in and being mentors so that we can help young ladies like you, and so you can show us how to do great interviews like you're doing tonight.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, I guess we can go
okay.
back on that.
My question is, do you see yourself doing this in the future when you get older?
You can go
Definitely.
first. You wait.
Definitely.
You can wait. You can go first.
How about you, Anaya?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. How about you, sweetheart?
Yes, cause I wanna represent who I am, and I wanna represent people who they could be also and change their lives. I just want to work with them because they're like my best friends, and I don't know what I could do without them. Because if I was by myself on this show, I probably would have been scared and stuttering. But they make me feel happy, and they make me feel like they're like my best friends like forever, and they just help me get through the show without crying, laughing. Well, laughing is good, but like they make me feel good, and so does Minister Guy and everybody here. Because if we didn't do this, or you guys wouldn't come, our show would have been just like a big blob of bleh.
No, you could
I
answer.
have a question for you all.
Yeah. Wait, she didn't answer though.
Oh, you're the
Sorry.
host.
Go ahead, answer.
Because sometimes, like, when as soon as I met Mr. Guy, I feel like I actually had a future. Because not every time I'm okay with myself. Sometimes I doubt myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I have to get through it.
I agree with you, Kanaya.
Well,
I don't know
before
what we could do.
Pastor Amos asked his question, I want you all to know that all 4 of you are beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have one more question for Pastor.
And not
Amos.
only are you beautiful on the outside, but you're also beautiful on the inside, which displays on the outside.
Thank you.
You're
Pastor
welcome.
Amos, I have one more question.
Okay.
Do you have like a website for kids to like Bible study and play games about God, like finding God in heaven or something like that? Like for kids, make a website called like www.
Kids.org.
No, like stpaul.org.
It sounds like you're going to help me do it. And it's definitely doable. And that actually lines up with the question that I was going to ask you all. You all seem to be very concerned about the violence in the city of Wilmington. What do you think you as young people can do to make a difference in the city?
You can go
I-
first.
I think that we can do something by getting saved and not trying to always abandon what goes on, because the other day, like, we was with Minister Guy, we heard screams, and Minister Guy paid attention to it. That's not something you see every day.
We should like maybe like send letters everywhere or something, and like or like get on the newspapers and like say like stuff like no more violence, kids are out here and they need help, and people are too many kids and adults and teens are killing or getting killed.
I think each of us should make a commercial talking about how you should stop the violence, because like lots of people are inspired off of one thing. That's why they usually are killing. Once they see a YouTube video, they're killing because I think this is cool. Hey, I'm about to do this too. And then that's how everything starts, and then they just follow that up in their life. So I think that if we do a separate video by ourselves and talk about what people need to change, they might end up changing. Anaya?
They believe anything they see on the screen.
That's the whole reason why I want to be on TV, because this is our community, and we can't let crime, violence get in the way of messing up our big community. And one thing that my biggest topic would be on the show is bullying, because I know one friend, she got so bullied one more time, she was like 10 inches away from killing her own self. And that's the main thing that makes everybody feel like left out inside the camp and like go outside, walk out the door without getting shot or feeling scared. And that's what I really want to help with the community with.
Wow. Ladies, do you have any more questions? Or adults, do you have any questions for us?
I have a question.
Go
What do
ahead.
you guys think the community needs to do to help make a difference for kids like
Take
you?
away guns, except water guns. 'Cause I like
Stop
killing them.
selling guns. Like,
They legally can't
They
do
sell
that because of the
guns.
But they say that fireworks are illegal, right?
I was
Liz?
just talking.
You may finish.
Thank you. They should stop selling guns. And if they're not a police, they shouldn't have a gun. If they don't have a permission for it, they shouldn't have a gun. If they don't have a reason for why they have a gun, then they should not have a gun.
They shouldn't have a
I
gun.
wasn't done talking, by the way. Anyways, they should stop doing stuff really bad. And when they have a gun, they could just kill anybody for no reason. Okay, now you can talk.
Thank you. So they think to take away guns like from people, unless you were like in the army or you were like in the Marines, like my dad was, or like someone that is going to be responsible, and police need to check everybody's house unless they have like they were in the Marines or they were like in the army. They're not allowed to have guns and fireworks and all that because people can get killed by fireworks and bombs because people they think that guns are fun to play with, and kids find them in their parents' door or in a shoebox or something like that.
Shoebox.
It's not funny, but they find them and they start playing with them and they, oh look, this is a toy, wham. They start playing it and then they get like they pull the trigger or something and they like shoot their shells and then they can't do anything because like real toddler babies or something, they don't know what to do, and they think it's a toy because they think everything's a toy and food and.
Okay, I
Jemiah.
actually, with both of you, would just say, actually disagree and agree. I disagree. One reason is that because guns are to protect you. Like, say if you're like a girl and you don't know like self-protection, you need something to actually protect you from all the crime and violence. But I would say like cut down like more guns and use it for more secure things like protection.
Or pepper
That's
We
why I said they
actually
should have reasons.
can't take
They have-
them away because of the Constitution.
And we
Because
need
the
pepper spray.
Constitution says
Better.
we're allowed to have guns. Because when the British
we all have
came
our
and
rights in the
came
country.
over and took over,
You want to be my social study teacher because my social study teacher don't do nothing. You hear that, Miss Harris? You let us read. Read.
because the Constitution, when British took over our country, they made armies in our neighborhoods and said we were allowed to have guns to defend ourselves.
You see this?
That's
Miss
why
Harris?
we can't take them away.
This could have been you. Show report.
All right, let's get back to ourselves. All right, so
And
we're done.
and
All right,
this is the end.
so have fun, and you'll see us on the next half. Bye, guys. We love you and smile because we want you to smile and we want you to be happy. So bye.
Good luck, social study teacher.
Hey
guys,
we're
welcome
back
back
to the child's point of view.
View.
This is the second half. Now we have new guests, so let's get started. But first, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Kanaya,
I'm Jemiah.
And I'm Kayla.
and we have new guests.
Miss Passion.
Okay, these are our guests for the night. We'll let each one introduce themselves. This is our second half.
Yes. My name is Kendall Howe, and I'm the director of the Stop the Violence Prayer Chain After School Tutoring Program, and also the director of the Boy Scouts.
I'm Walter Ferris. I retired from the Wilmington Police. I'm on the Stop the Violence Board of Directors and now work for the state of Delaware.
Hi, my name is Sandy Desmond, and I am a 5th grade teacher over at Lewis Elementary.
Hi, my name is Vandrick Hamlin, and I am employed by the United States Postal Service. I'm the director of Cameron Hamlin Foundation.
Okay. So your name is Miss Sanders? Miss Sandy?
Sandy
Okay, Miss
Desmond.
Sandy. I'm talking? Being a 5th grade teacher, I'm in 5th grade. is it hard sometimes because people like to give out stinky attitudes?
That's a very good question, you know. Yes, at times it is hard, but as a teacher, I try to teach my kids good manners. So not only we're teaching math and reading and all the curriculum, but also I talk to my kids a lot about good manners and how they should approach and talk to adults and to other kids.
During that stinky attitude, do they end up getting to argue and start saying foul languages and may end up swinging sometimes?
Okay, I don't get that much at the school that I'm in this year. The kids are pretty good. The kids, we have a positive behavior support system program, and they get rewarded for good behavior.
Don't you think it's good to be, they're good inside the school, but in outside it's a whole different world?
Well, in today's world, yeah, it is a whole different world, but I think that the things that they are learning in school, they are applying at home.
Okay, so do you have any like fights or sneakiness, like someone eating in the classroom or saying something or stomping or throwing stuff or passing notes? Have you ever catch one of that? Or someone like brought in something that it was really inappropriate, like a gun in school before?
No, not in my school. This year we don't. I used to work at schools that I had a lot of that, but this year, in the school that I work at, no.
The Boy Scout leader,
Yes.
do you have a question for him real quick?
No.
Okay, being a Boy Scout, have you learned about many different of the boys? Like, what's their personality and who are they really?
Yes. In fact, keep in mind, I'm the director, which means I started the program and I brought in the Scoutmasters. I have learned a little bit about the kids and their personalities because I've been with them for the past 8 months. So I do get a chance to learn different personalities, and they're great kids.
Being the director, is it kind of hard for you to make up lots of schedules?
No, it's not hard because at the beginning of the year, we just simply sit down with the Scoutmaster, and we make one agenda up for the next year, for the entire year. So it just takes some planning.
So it's easy.
It's easy, yes.
Okay.
So I have a question for you. So being our director in,
Who?
the one in the gray and white?
Yes.
Being our director for Minister Guy, even though you know the violence that goes on, don't sometimes you get worried about it too?
Say that again.
I said sometimes when you hear about the violence that goes on, sometimes don't you get worried about it too?
Very much. I worry, even though I'm retired, I still worry a lot about the city. I worry about the youth because so many kids seem lost. They don't have a purpose, and they get involved in things that is just a dead end for them. So I worry a lot.
I have a question. I forgot your name, Mr.
Van.
Mr. Van.
Yes.
And you do what again?
I work for the United States Postal Service. I'm a mailman.
Oh yeah, you don't look like a man. You look like a businessman.
Beg your pardon?
You look like a businessman. You look
Well, I
really
make
nice
pretty good
today.
money, so my wife told me to dress up tonight.
Do you like being a mailman? Like, do you, like, have you ever, like, did it with a person and they, like, did something wrong? Like, they looked at someone else's mail or something like that one time?
No, it's against the law to bother other folks' mail. You can go to jail for that.
Have you ever, like, dropped a item and, like, broke it, and did you have to pay for it once?
No, I'm very careful. They train us very well at the United States Postal Service to protect your mail at all times by any means necessary.
Did you
Most of the time when you do the post office time, isn't there time like when you think about the violence, most of the time you have to be safe when you're around places that have most of the violence that goes on?
No, I don't worry about violence. I mean, violence is out there, it's everywhere, but most of the time, the people in the community respect the mailman because I'm their last resource. If you don't have a mailman in your neighborhood, you don't get no mail, you get no checks, and wherever else you're looking for, whatever the resources you're looking for, you don't get them. So they're not going to bother me. Plus, I did 3 years in the United States Marine Corps, so I don't have no problem with people.
Go ahead.
When you have to deliver mails, do sometimes you get confused and mess up by sending a package somewhere that wasn't supposed to be sent to?
What was the last? I didn't understand the last part.
Have
Yes,
you ever gave somebody the wrong mail?
No, because all you have to do is read it. And if it says 4th Street, you're on 4th Street. And if you're on 5th Street, you don't give people mail on 5th Street, 4th Street's mail. And plus, I've trained people in the United States Postal Service. I trained the mailmen to be mailmen, so I'm pretty good at it.
Have you met people with stank attitude when you be giving out mail?
Beg your pardon?
What stank attitudes?
Attitudes?
When you be giving out mail?
People?
Yeah.
Yes, all the time. If you don't get a package, check, or something that you're looking for, some people, they want to say bad things to you, but it don't bother me
It's
because
okay.
I don't pay it no mind.
If you don't mind, then it don't matter. So.
Beg your pardon?
If it don't mind, then it don't matter. So.
Yeah, it don't bother me. It don't bother me because I'm only going to be there for a little while anyhow. I keep it moving.
Have you ever went to you traveled somewhere else a long time for maybe Mexico or something, or did someone else do that? You do give mail there?
No, I only do city in the city. That's it. They have other people who do that. You know, they send the mail or the packages out and they put them on a plane if it's going to Mexico. They have other people do that.
Go ahead,
You have
I have a question about your book bag drive.
Beg pardon?
Your book bag drive?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, every year around, I forget what month it is. What month we normally do that? September, August, around August. We give out book bags to needy children, and we also give them the supplies, and we also have a barbecue. And we normally have it on my mail route, which is at Lancaster Court. But it's just not confined to that one area. I post something on Facebook that everyone is welcome there throughout the city. You know, north side, west side, south side, west side. They're all welcome to come to Lancaster Court and receive book bags. And we normally give out between 500, 600 book bags a year.
Have any of your coworkers or your workers that you work with got shot from in Wilmington for giving out mail, or you gave out the one of your coworkers or workers give out the wrong mail and someone got super mad and they started shooting at it and they got killed and you heard about it?
No, no. But to answer the flip side of that, we've been in areas where there have been shootings, like down on South Jackson Street, Reed, Van Bruin, you know, in those areas, you know, and
So-
you hear the shots,
Jemiah?
and you just get on in your truck and go home.
I have a question for our director. What is it like being a director for Stop the Violence?
Which one?
Him.
Me?
Sergeant Ferris.
I enjoy it because it's something positive for the city. It's positive for the children, and Stop the Violence does a lot of different things. There's kids programs, the Boy Scouts. It also started as a prayer. So when someone was shot or killed, there was violence, we would go on the corner and pray. And I think it was good for the community to see all kinds of people out there on the corner praying, you know, police officer in uniform, mailman, different people, different races out there who are concerned about the city. So I enjoy it. I like being involved with the group.
Before you drive, do you pray?
When I drive,
before you drive, do you pray first?
When I go on long trips, I do.
And then when you reach your destination, do you pray when you get back on them? Get back on the road?
Yes. I pray an awful lot.
Do sometimes, have you ever got lost because you haven't prayed before?
What do you mean? Like physically
Have
lost?
you got lost because you didn't pray?
No, I don't think so.
So you never got lost? Oh, all right.
A question.
Okay, now we're gonna give them a chance to ask you guys questions.
So do you want to ask us questions? You can start.
Have fun.
I have a question.
Okay.
How did you girls get involved with this program?
Well, you could ask Miss Margaret.
Well,
because-
can I say something? Go ahead. Well, I think, this is what I think. I don't know really because I never asked her. My opinion is since we work really hard and we're responsible and we talk a lot and and we're educational, I think she picked us because of what I just said and because we're good at what we do.
You
And we
are.
speak a lot.
Most
You are very
importantly,
good.
like how I get involved with the with this program is because like we met Minister Guy with another pastor, and then ever since then, me and my big sister and my little sister have been out there for the world.
Well, I met Miss Passion when I used to live near her because I live in the same development. And one day she came down to my house, like when I moved to a different, I still live where she lives, but in a different like section. And she asked me if I wanted to do something. It was a church version of the Whippin' the Nay Nay, and ever since that, it started just to go bigger. And then she asked me on the show with the lovely ladies like Jemiah and Kanaya, and so it started growing and growing and growing, and that's how I
want
made
to
the
say,
show.
I want to say something real quick. How I met Miss
I
Passion.
wasn't finished, but go ahead.
How I met Miss Passion was like she came in my house. I didn't even know her at first. My grandma knew her. I was like, who is this? She asked me to sing at her church, and I was so shy. I didn't know, so that's how I started. I met her at first like that, and then I started going to her program.
Do you think we're doing enough for the kids in the city? Like, do you think this program helps, or do you think more?
If I was the person who needed help, I think it would help me because seeing kids up here, I think I seem inspiring, and so if I would needed some help and I wasn't on here, I think I couldn't be inspired by that.
I have a question for the person that runs the Boy Scouts.
She wants to answer.
All right. So the answer to that is it's not right. What's wrong with the church? It's that the people who don't want to get saved. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a church on every block. Like, I asked Minister Guy, how come there's a church on every block and nobody's getting saved? And Minister Guy told me that she don't know. And then I said, well, it's not the way that the church is going on and what people are missing out on God. It's that people just don't choose to get saved.
Yes. I think you ladies are doing a wonderful job. What do you all want to do when you all
Be a movie star.
I want to be
And famous and rich and awesome.
I want to be a singer, dancer, rapper, and then when I'm in my 30, when I be 36, I want to be the president of the United States of America. And that's all I want to do.
I want to be a child of God.
Okay.
Amen.
There you go.
So do I.
Wise choice.
And I just want to live a happy life and maybe help Jemiah be a president, become a president. 'Cause, well, she's probably really gonna earn that, and because she really does good, and yeah.
I have a quick question. I want to hear from each of you. What do you think Stop the Violence Prayer Chain is doing in the community for the children, and what do you like about Stop the Violence Prayer Chain? Starting with Kayla.
They get them off the streets and stop playing with toys that they're not supposed to and playing with grown-up things. And you help the Stop the Violence, make sure they dress better and instead of wearing jeans to church or something. And they help become a better person than who they were, or then they help help Lord like just be happy, and so we don't like make him like mad or something because we did something super wrong.
On a personal experience, I think stop the violence will help me because like if I didn't do this, I think my life would be totally different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my life would be bad, but I think it'd be different.
Yeah, me too.
I think that this is a good experience because she picked people off the street, kids that don't help, and sometimes we give out food to them. We help them. Sometimes we do activities on Friday. And what I like about this church is that Minister Guy is there for us. Like, we never get doubted.
Yeah.
And she's always there for us.
I agree with them.
It's like
and
another mother.
It's like,
Anything else?
and
Okay, guys,
Oh, that's
we're
it.
leaving now.
so have a great day. We hope
This
you
is the
enjoyed
Child
the
Point of
show.
View. Watch us every third Monday. Have a happy life.
And we want you to smile because we want you to be happy. So smile.
Cheese.
And we have shout outs. Anybody, ladies? I'll go
Miss
first.
Harris, I'm still watching you.
I
sister's
give a
teacher.
shout out for my mom, my family, my teacher, Miss Kraus, my best friends like Ramaja.
Okay,
and
we
Nam.
off. Bye bye. I'm flipping
Bye.
it.
Bye. We're flipping it to the adults.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Just study
Bye.
teacher.
Thanks for joining us.